Almost every government today feels on edge. Why? Because too many big problems are happening at once, and each one makes the others worse. These include wars, economic troubles, energy shortages, cyber attacks, and political division at home. Even rich and powerful countries feel less safe than before. The main reasons behind the nervousness: 1. Wars and military tension. There's a real fear of big wars again. Russia's invasion of Ukraine has lasted years and keeps Europe on alert. In Asia, China's military is flying more planes and ships around Taiwan, worrying neighbors like Japan and South Korea. The Middle East, Africa, and parts of Eastern Europe all have smaller conflicts that could grow fast. Even countries not directly in war are scared it might spread or block trade routes. 2. Economic uncertainty. The world economy is shaky. Prices for food, fuel, and housing are rising in many countries. Interest rates went up to fight inflation, but that slows down business. Big powers like the US and China are fighting trade battles, adding tariffs and bans. So businesses don't know what's coming next. And when people lose jobs or prices rise, governments feel political pressure. 3. Energy and resources. Energy is like the blood of modern life. When it's unstable, everything shakes. After Russia cut gas to Europe, countries rushed to buy LNG, liquefied gas, from new suppliers. But now, they depend more on expensive sea shipments. A war or accident in one region can make energy prices skyrocket everywhere. That's why countries stockpile fuel and look for renewable energy. They don't want to be held hostage by others. 4. Cyber threats. We live online now. Hospitals, banks, power grids all depend on computers. A hacker sitting thousands of miles away can crash systems, steal data, or block services. In 2024-25, ransomware attacks on healthcare and banks jumped worldwide. Even strong countries can't fully defend against cyber attacks. This makes governments nervous because they can't always see who attacked or how to fight back. 5. Political and social division. Inside many countries, people are more divided about politics, culture, and the economy. Social media makes small arguments explode into national fights. Leaders fear protests, strikes, and losing elections. So when an external crisis hits, like war or inflation, it quickly becomes a domestic political crisis too. How these problems combine: the domino effect. When one crisis starts, it triggers others. War, higher oil prices, inflation, protests, weaker government, cyber attack, shutdown, panic, stock market drop, trade bans, shortages, price spikes, political anger. Each event adds new stress. Governments spend more money, citizens lose trust, and global cooperation fades. Real-world examples of nervousness: Europe. The war in Ukraine and the energy crisis forced countries to spend billions on defense and gas reserves. People worry about heating costs every winter. Military exercises along the Russian border are now normal, which keeps the region tense. China's military activity around Taiwan has grown, flying jets daily near its airspace. Japan and the US hold joint drills to prepare just in case. A single mistake, one ship or plane collision, could cause global panic and trade shock, especially for semiconductors. United States' deep political division between parties makes decision-making slower. Trade wars with China continue. The US also faces more cyber attacks and has to fund both defense and domestic problems. Developing countries. Many poor nations struggle with food prices, debt, and climate disasters. When big powers argue, they often get caught in the middle, losing trade deals or aid. What countries are doing to protect themselves? When nations are nervous, they act defensively. Build bigger armies, spending more on defense and weapons. Stockpile energy and food to avoid future shortages. Protect their industries by limiting imports or building factories at home. Increase cyber defenses, and sometimes even develop cyber attack tools. Use strong messaging. Governments try to calm people or show strength to avoid panic. These actions bring some safety but also make others more nervous, so it becomes a global loop of fear. What could happen next? 3 likely paths. Scenario 1. Controlled tension, most likely. No big war breaks out, but the world stays divided into blocks. US-Europe versus China-Russia. Trade becomes slower and more expensive. Energy and food prices stay unstable, and defense spending stays high. Scenario 2. Chain reaction. A sudden event, like a major cyber attack or a clash near Taiwan, causes panic. Markets crash, trade freezes, and countries close borders or fight online. It's short but painful. Scenario 3. Gradual cooperation. Leaders realize constant tension is too costly. They agree on better communication, energy sharing, and cyber rules. Global trade slowly stabilizes. This needs trust, currently low but possible. How countries and people can stay calmer. Diversify. Don't rely on one supplier, one trade route, or one technology. Invest in resilience, stronger healthcare, digital security, and education. Communicate clearly. Governments must tell the truth early to avoid panic. Work together. Even basic cooperation on energy, cyber, and climate helps everyone. Protect democracy and media freedom. Panic feeds on silence and lies. The simple truth: countries are nervous because the world has lost its balance. Every system, political, economic, technological, environmental, is under pressure at once. It's not just about power, it's about uncertainty. When leaders can't predict tomorrow, they prepare for the worst. And that's what we're seeing everywhere.